So, hi everyone. Good evening to all. So, Vishal sir, it's up to you. You can start.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. I see Abhay, Aleem, Archit, Gajendra, Narcis, and Satyam with us in the meeting. Sir, is anyone else supposed to join us? Because I guess the time is 7 p.m.
Yeah, we can wait for 1 or 2 minutes, right? People
We can
will
wait for
join
2-3
in.
minutes. In the meantime, what we can do is we can have a brief round of introduction from everyone. I will start with myself. So, hi guys. Good evening. My name is Vishal, and I am with GuiNet Technologies. So I'm sure you all know what GuiNet Technology stands for. It's the full form is graphical user interface, right? And we have joined here for Palo Alto firewall session as of right now. So if we could give a brief round of introduction for everyone, starting with Abhay, if you don't mind, Abhay. Just unmute yourself, 1 or 2 lines, what you're doing, what you wish to do, and probably we can spend 2-3 minutes together, understanding, knowing each other. Or anyone. I just took the name of Abhay because his name is appearing on the top. Anyone? It's not a mandate deal. Anyone who wishes to. So guys, the reason I'm saying this is that if only I or the trainer communicates, it will be a one-way, communication. It will never be a conversation. What we wish to do is achieve the maximum potential of the program, of the session. And that will happen only if it is a conversation. If it is going to be only information download, I think we will all miss out on a lot of things. You will miss out on understanding the concepts, and we'll miss out on understanding what is it that you are kind of struggling with.
Okay, I'm Narcis. I'm based in Central Africa. I'm doing. I'm a student. I'm doing a master's degree in network and computer science.
Oh,
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Thanks. Welcome, Narcis. Anyone else?
Okay, thank you.
Hi, sir. Myself, Aleem. I'm from Hyderabad. I'm working in one organization that is project. Our project is SDWAN project. I'm eager to learn Palo Alto. That's why I'm here.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Aleem. Good evening. Anyone?
Anyway, yeah. Can anyone continue? Anyone else? I can say people here. A lot of people are here.
It's completely a voluntary thing. So
yes,
no
yes. Just 1 line or 2 line can contribute.
Yes.
Yeah. No problem, sir. You can continue with the program, right? And let us see how it is going on. People will interact automatically, right? Sometime happen in life.
That's okay. That's okay. We can. They can all open up later on in time as they get comfortable with us. Can you show an image of a firewall for us, sir?
Okay. So firewall, right? So as today program we are launching, that is a Palo Alto firewall, right? So let me just open. Okay. So this is the module, right? The Palo Alto firewall, and this is the course description about the eligibility and the possible jobs and the sample labs about we have, right? And a lot of things about the curriculum, which definitely we'll talk later stage, but you can just start with
Yes, an initial introduction of, I hope everybody who has joined in here has a fair idea of about firewalls.
Could be, could not be. Many people join sometime,
That's what I'm saying. I'm just asking. If not, I'll give you a very, layman description of firewalls. So firewalls is basically something which, these are tools that can be used to enhance the security of computers. That's what everyone talks about. What kind of security are we talking about? So just before I proceed, I wanted to understand with everyone, because Narcis has joined us here from South Africa. But apart from him, I can speak both in Hindi and English. So if anybody has,
so I believe we having an international student here, so we should proceed
right.
this session in the English only, right? Because
I hope
they
everybody
will,
is comfortable who has joined us.
yeah. If anyone having any concern, not able to
Please let us know.
understand, we definitely come in the Hindi and explain some topics, but it definitely will go with the global language, that is English,
Right.
because we have the global people here.
Right. So, what happens is whenever we are communicating with our computers, whether, it's internally or externally, we are connected always online, somehow or the other, whether it's intranet or internet. And that is where firewall comes in as a security agent. So firewalls act as guards at the computer's entry point. So computer's entry point would be called ports, where the computer exchanges data with other devices on the network, whichever network it is connected to. And how it communicates with the help of packets. So firewalls ensure that packets that are requesting permission to enter your computer or about to leave your computer, firewalls keep them under check. Is that a good enough layman description?
So basically we'll discuss these all things in very detail about the firewall,
right. I'm just
how it
giving
is
a
going to work.
overview.
Just brief an idea. So this also we audience always like to understand about the career plan, how this course is going to impact their future after doing this all. So definitely we'll discuss more about the how the course content is going to happen, how this labs is going to happen, how the session is going to happen. Definitely we'll discuss. So can you just suggest about the all possible jobs and eligibility, how the course duration, everything, so people will be aware?
Sure thing.
Yeah.
So basically, the entire domain of networking and cybersecurity and related fields is new as compared to, it still has a lot of potential and is an untapped territory everywhere, because internet started seeing its rise since 1980s. That's the reason we all must have been children at that time. We still remember the Y2K boom that we heard about. So after internet came into existence, then only such things such as network security, cyber security came into existence. At present, compared to the erstwhile job scenario across various domains, it's still an upcoming field. So there is a lot of potential wherein we see that things like artificial intelligence, data mining, such things are coming up, which will require more thorough professionals who work at the base level of foundation level of things. Right. So network security or cyber security is something that I still see a lot of potential in terms of career options. As Narcis and Aleem said, they are working. Narcis is a student, I presume. Am I correct, Narcis? If I am. And Aleem is working somewhere in a company in Hyderabad. I'm sure the rest of the people are either professionals or seasoned students.
Yes.
At present.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm working in network engineer only. Now also I'm confusing for I want to go this security domain or cloud domain. I'm confusing.
No worries. No worries. We'll help you out in terms of, based upon your interests as well as your inclinations. We'll help you out, figure out, a course that is best suited for you. So I would, suggest that you go through with this session, since it's the opening and introductory session. So you will have a thorough understanding of what we will be covering things in the Palo Alto firewall section. And then, as you mentioned that you are working with an organization in the SD-WAN division, we will talk about that as well once we have a SD-WAN session on. Or you can connect with one of the counselors who will, give you in detail information about both the courses. And then you can take your pick based upon your interests and career inclinations. Right, Aleem?
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I'm student of SD-WAN only here. Actually, I'm looking for the cloud or Palo Alto like that security. Actually, I'm confusing for the career.
No worry, Aleem. Let me just clarify and helping Vishal sir. Let me just continue with the Vishal sir content. Yeah. So I completely understand you have done the SD-WAN with us, right? And people are always confused when they talk about the security. They always confused which sector that is suitable for them, the cyber security, because security itself having a lot of modules itself, like cyber security, cloud security, enterprise security. So which security would be the like good for everyone. So I'll go with that. I'll try to explain. I'll try to help you out about that security platform. What would the best and which platform you should choose and which stage, right? So the first thing, like, welcome you all again in the GuiNet technologies, right? And we are here, right? Vishal sir, Abhishek sir, and myself. I'll be the instructor for this particular whole module, and I'll definitely help you out in terms of the all query and question, whatever you're having in your mind, right? So we are dealing with a lot of different technologies. Likewise, the Palo Alto, likewise the Versa SD-WAN. We providing the in sort of the Zscaler video content because the lab having limitations. The Palo Alto Firewall, definitely we mentioned the SD-WAN solution, cloud solution, sites, and F5 and checkpoint, and many more also in keep adding in our portfolio. Am I audible, Vishal sir, or anyone can confirm? My voice is coming correctly,
Yes, we
right?
can hear you.
Yeah,
Clear.
okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So GuiNet is a platform where we are just dealing with a lot of technologies, and always we having a different section and like different like batches running. So anyone looking for any training, they can connect us, and definitely we are going to touch those all kind of section, whatever we are going to train them people and upgrade them people in terms of the getting the good knowledge, getting the career progression. If you are the student and you want to get the job, so definitely will help those part as well. Now, if I talk about the firewall, what we also mentioned, it's like very rightly mentioned about that. If you want to, protect your computer in the layman language, right? Any device, even your home itself, if you want to protect them, you need such kind of the, firewall. But you never realize the term security and term firewall both are interrelated. Even the security is doing the same thing what firewall is doing, because firewall itself known as the security device. Why? Because it's helping the people, or like preventing the people who want to do any unauthorized access of your network, similar to their house. Like if you're having a good house and if you're not going to install any kind of a doors, any kind of a system or locks, people will definitely access your house without your permissions. So you are securing your house by installing some kind of the lock, some kind of door, some kind of the CCTV camera, or by deploying the physical security as well. So there could be a lot of things, right? And this is how security works. So I'll discuss in very details, right? What is the security, how it is going to be deployed, and how basically it is working in the actual, real world. Now come to the Alim question, right? So as he asked us, like he is very confused about like what would the right path, right? In terms of the we having a lot of section, we having a cyber security. Let me just open the Palo Alto website so you guys can understand. So let me just open the Palo Alto certification so you guys completely understand Palo Alto's certifications. So this is the Palo Alto certification, right? So there is a 3 section. Even you go the Palo Alto certification, there is a 3 section available, right? One is the cyber security. One is the like we known as the enterprise security. One is the cloud security. So you have to understand what is the cyber security, right? What is the enterprise security and what is the cloud security, and which one should be suitable for you. Even you are just planning to go in the security domain, which course is suitable for you? Because people are very confused. Like I should go in the cloud security, I should go in the enterprise security, and I should go in the any kind of cyber security. First, you understand what is the cloud security, what is the enterprise security, and what is the cloud security. If you understand these 3 terms, so probably you gradually understand which course shall I take, right? And what is the benefit of taking up those courses. So if I'm talking about the cyber security, right? So you can see the first is showing the cloud security here. And if you just move down a little bit, you'll find some kind of the cyber security, right? And if you little bit move down, then you'll find the network security. So these are 3 modules what I'm talking. So network module is also known as the enterprise security. So understand one by one. If I am talking about the cyber security, what does mean, right? What does mean the cloud security? So cloud security, it's a very hot kick in the market nowadays. Everyone talking about the cloud security because it's like every infrastructure of the network is moving in the cloud. So if I'm referring as a cloud, don't understand I'm referring the cloud who rains, right? It's not like that cloud we see in the always in the sky, right? Who keep rainings and like giving some kind of the environmental changes for the our life. So this is not same cloud. This is completely different cloud. The name is a cloud, but it's not like our real life cloud we usually see in the sky. So cloud means like, let's say suppose you having the your company network and they having a small servers installed here, right? They its server having might be could be the 10 GB RAM, right? Some kind of the 1 TB storage, right? Or might be other configuration. So you having a 3 server, 4 server, 5 server, 10 server, it could be the any number, right? But let's assume in this way also, this kind of the customer A having this kind of the configuration of server, customer B also having this kind of the server, right? Customer C also having this kind of the D also, and so on, right? So a lot of customer having a lot of their own server and they keep managing them, right? They keep managing them. So what does the cloud do? I'm just giving the very nutshell and the very layman examples, right? They build a very big infrastructures, right? They build a very big infrastructures. Like you can see all are very small infrastructures. But the cloud provider, likewise, who is the leading cloud providers? AWS, we having
AWS.
Azure, we having the like GCP, or we having the Alibaba as well, and many more cloud providers are available in the market. So they build a very big infrastructures and ask or convince the small player, why you managing these server independently, right? You just paying for the electricity, you renting the your offices, you deploying the engineers, you supplying the 24/7 electricity, ACs, cooling, everything. So it's burden on you. Why not you coming to me? I'll give the dedicated space to you in my infrastructures who having might be the 1000 GB RAM. I'm just giving an example. It could be more. It's a very small number. It could be more, right? Might be 10,000 terabyte storage, right? So it's still like the big numbers. So it is going to give a very big infrastructure, and they will ask you just deploy these all section in my infrastructure. No need to worry at all. Just you pay rental to me, and I will just take care everything for you. So this is the cloud. I'm just giving the another examples, right? How it is cloud works. So you might be, everyone is aware about the USB stick. And I hope you must have used that, right? USB sticks to
Yes,
use the,
yes. Yeah.
8 GB, 16 GB, 64 GB, everyone keep using in earlier stage, right? But I'm sure nowadays people are using very less USB stick, right? Why? Because we are using the Google Drive. So this is the Google Drive and USB stick. Both are the same functionality. This is also, let's say suppose you purchase 16 GB USB drive, you can store up to 16 GB data, right, in it. And even you having the Google Drive, you having the 15 GB free data, always you can store in the Google Drive. But if
Right.
you want to store more than 15 GB, you need to buy.
Have to buy.
Yeah. So if you are managing this, let's suppose you purchase this USB. So you have to always take care of this USB. Always you have to take care of this USB. Might be you have to always put in the safe place. Nobody can, take away my USB. So if anyone can take away from your USB from you, then they can, steal your confidential data, or might be the personal photographs or personal any document, right? So you have to always keep your eye, or might be put somewhere in the locker, and like you put in a bag, you don't have to disclose. And you also have always like any kind of the tension in your mind, if I forgot somewhere in this USB, so I lost my all data, because it's managed by you. But once you move to the Google Drive, your management, whatever you're just taking care of this, USB in your pocket, in your locker, everything you have to forget about this. You just have to upload the data in Google Drive, and you just have to remember your username and password, right? Your data is safe. And even you are traveling any country, no need to carry this USB or Google Drive. Google Drive will be accessible from the anywhere of the world, right? You just need the internet. So this is how basically you can access the same data by sitting any corner of the world, and you exactly access whatever you want to do, and no dependency of the carrying this USB. Same is happening with the cloud as well. So what is the security in here? So if you want to secure the cloud infrastructures, if you want to secure the cloud infrastructure that is not in your premises, not in your office, not in your building. So again, your server is here, right? Your router is here, your switch is here, might be any devices which is belong to networking and security, but still there is a chance they all need to communicate with the internet, right? So they all need to communicate with the internet. So someone naughty person sitting on the internet, right? They can access of your servers by doing the hacking mechanism, hacking tools. So you can lost your data, valuable data. Recently, you have seen the in India. Recently, EMS is the biggest medical, I can say India biggest medical
Institution.
institutions, right? But still, their server was compromised, and it was a big loss for the EMS, right? So this kind of the happens, this kind of the activity keep happening in the every corner of the world. So people always try to protect their data, their servers, their network infrastructures, even they are in the on premises, even they are in the cloud. So if you want your data in the cloud, so you again need a firewall, right? So firewall will just protect your data, but firewall is going to be required. That firewall who is going to protect your data, that's known as the cloud firewall, right? So this is the one type of the firewall, right? So I'll discuss what is the difference between the cloud firewall and enterprise firewall later. But you understand now cloud firewall is very mandatory because it is going to protect your data who is just sitting or resting in the cloud infrastructures. Similar way, if you're having the second module that is known as a cyber security. So nowadays cyber security, you can understand day by day, like cyber threats are increasing. People are doing some kind of spamming activities. They are doing some malicious activity. They are trying to inject some kind of the vulnerability in your system. They are trying to do a lot of kind of the cyber threat with you. So cyber security actually, again, it's a combination of the firewall, some advanced tool, and some kind of the methodologies, right? It's not like a complete, we can say it's a firewall, but firewall is like I can say like a very important part of the cyber security, along with some advanced tools and some extra methodology. So these all combine the cyber security course. In that cyber security, you will understand even not protecting your network, even how protect users as well, how protect companies as well, how protect your banking system as well, how protect your government system as well, how you can understand the different malicious pattern, how you understand and break down the hacker codes, right? So these all things are going to happen in the cyber security. So this is not something which I can say if you don't have the firewall knowledge, then you can very easily understand. These are interrelated with the networking component, even the routing, switching, and the firewall as well, and along with some tools and some methodologies, right? So the cyber security is some kind of the advancement of the security, and it is a more granular, I can say more powerful, because they're having the broader picture to just protecting your network, even the user levels, right? Not only network and cloud levels. This is cyber security. Now, the third section, we have the network securities. This is a call as the enterprise security, enterprise firewall, we can say. So cloud and this network security enterprise, both are very similar. Both are very similar. I'm emphasizing this word. Why? Because the idea I told, I was having the very small house, right? I was having the very small house. And in this house, what I have, right? Or my office having the server, might be office having the router, might be office having the switch, might be office having the printer, right? Might be office having some XYZ device type, right? Any type. But this is my on office. But if I move this office from this location to cloud location, right? So if you move to the cloud location, then what is going to happen? So in this cloud location, your office is going to stay here. Same thing, your office is going to stay here, but along with you also many customer offices are going to stay in this section, right? Many customer offices are going to, it's a shared resource, I can say. Many shared people are going to stay, they're going to deploy their data, they're going to deploy their, servers. So even you having their office, here you need your firewall, right? Even your office is in the cloud, again, you need a firewall. Again, you need a firewall. It's not like you don't need a firewall. Every place you need a firewall. But the deployment of the firewall, which is going to in the cloud, that is known as the cloud firewall. And the deployment of the firewall, which is going to your office, that is known as the enterprise firewall. Let me just write here, right? Enterprise firewall, network security or enterprise firewall. This is the same, and this is your cloud firewall, right? Sorry for my bad writings, but try to understand, okay? So we having a two type of firewall, but what is the difference between these two firewalls, and which should I choose? Should I go with the cloud firewall? Should I go with our enterprise firewall? So if I am talking about the Palo Alto or any firewall in terms of the generic, okay? So firewall, any firewall, their concept are going to be very, same. Even if you are just building the small building, right? Let me just, sorry, a small building, or might be you're just going to build a very big buildings, right? In both case, basic structure would be the same, right? It is going to require basic structure is will be similar, right? Why basic structure will be similar? They required pillars, they required some kind of the materials which is going to use the same. Only difference is big building looks going to cater large number of people, a small building is going to carry the small number of people. This is the only difference. But the concept, how to build the buildings, how to design the buildings, which kind of the material is going to require to build the building, that all is going to be similar. Only it's just matter of the big and small. Same concept is going to happen for the network security and the cloud security. Only the matter is the cloud security is going to deploy in the cloud, and network security is going to deploy in your single customer, single branch office, single data centers, right? But your key principle of the firewall concept is going to remain same. You should know how to do the configuration of the firewall, right? You should know how to basically do the configuration of the firewall, right? You should know how to create the policy. You should know how to do the NAT. You should know how to do some kind of the interface level configuration, right? Different. We have tap mode. We have a vWire mode. We have a layer 2. We have a layer 3. We having sub interface, right? I'm going to show all the syllabus what we have, what I'm talking. We have to understand the policy NAT. We have to understand the content, right? We have to understand the content ID. We have to understand about the user ID. We have to understand about the app ID, right? We have to understand about the SSL decryption, right? So these all, and then we just have to understand about the HA high availability. We have to understand about the panorama, right? We have to understand about some kind of troubleshooting. So these all things are going to be used in the both places, many more and many more. I'm just going to show all in the syllabus, but I'm just writing here because you should know, right? The content level, what is going to be in between the cloud and the network security. So every content, what I'm going to show right now in my slide, you can see here in my slide, we having a lot of content in the Palo Alto Firewall. So I'll explain one by one everything about the certification, why Palo Alto Firewall, but you can see the content itself, the platform module architecture, how the packet flow is going to happen, how the concept of the packet flow. So you can see here the entire packet flow, how the ingress to egress level packet is going to process in between the different sections, slow path, fast path, application identification, content inspections, right? In each and every steps, right? How the firewall is dealing with the packet. So those all I'm going to make the, very layman language understanding to you all. So you can easily digest each and everything, even it looks very complex, but don't worry. This is my responsibility to make you very, comfortable in terms of the make them understanding. Okay. So these all packet level single pass with a parallel processing architecture. This is the Palo Alto. So these architecture and the flow logic, this is never going to be changed. Even it's the cloud firewall and even your enterprise firewall. Only the method of deployment is going to be changed, right? Initial configuration, the going to be same. Might be the in cloud, we having the very large scale firewall, but the configuration way, how to do the configuration, how to take the console, how to take the, basic CLI access of the firewall, how to do the licensing and software update, account administration, that all going to intact remain same. This is not going to be changed, right? And along with that, what I'm talking about, the interface configuration, DSCP, virtual router, how the routing is going to be happen, right? NAT, you can see that different interface, layer 3, virtual wiretap, security zones, this all going to intact and they remain same in the both cases. Only deployment method is going to be difference, right? Security and NAT policy, you have to understand about how the policy is going to be defined. NAT, source NAT, destination NAT, U-turn NAT, dual NAT, these all things is going to be very detailed conversation is going to be happen with the practical exam. Along with the application ID, content ID, you can see in content ID, everything, how the virus can be protected, how the anti-spying activity can be protected with the Palo Alto firewall. Any live vulnerability can be injected in my network. Even also everything in the real labs. It's not like something we are going to understand only for the theory, because every lab is created and we are just going to proof it, how it is going to happen, how the URL filtering is going to protect it, data filtering is going to protect it, DOS attack, these all lives we are going to see. And file blocking, different file, how can we can protect in our network, wildfire, how can we, work in the Palo Alto scenario, decryptions, right? SSL decryption, we are going to understand how the certificate management is going to happen, how the outbound, inbound decryption is going to happen, how the user ID is going to be managed, how the site-to-site VPN is going to be created, global protect, how it's going to be happen, and lab testing, even the lab testing, it is going to be done. So HA and the management and reporting, so a lot of, very, I can say one of the very elaborative way, I can say these all content is going to deliver with the 24/7 lab access with you all. So you can completely understand about the Palo Alto firewall and its like module and its configuration, everything. So now coming back to again, the original question asked by the Alim, right? Whether I should choose my enterprise firewall, I should go in the network security or the cloud, right? So I would say, Alim, because I've taken very long time to just answer your query, because I just wanted to give the brief idea about everything, then I wanted to answer your query. So even you are trying to go any of the section, even you want to go the cloud, right? Even you want to go in the security, cyber security or enterprise, the basic thing you should have some basic principle you should know. Networking, basic networking. If I'm talking about the basic networking, that I'm referring the CCNA, right? If you are going for any kind of the module of the cyber security, cloud and enterprise, you should know the basic firewall concepts. So if I'm referring the basic firewall concepts, so you can either go for this module, right? Let me just, we having the Palo Alto, we having a PCNSA, a PCNSA and PCNSC, right? So likewise the CCNA, Palo Alto having the PCNSA. So you should go with this module, right? Or if you're doing this module, PCNSC, that's like awesome for you. It's like extra advantage it is going to give you in the future. So in this section, we are going to cover both of the syllabus, right? Because you can see if you're doing the PCS NSA, you have to pay $155, right? And if you're going to give the exam PCNSC, you just have to pay 175. So why not you go for the higher certification? There is no prerequisite. You have to give the PCNSC first and then PCNSA first and then PCNSC. You can directly go and write the exam, PCNSC. And this syllabus, we are covering both of the modules, right? So if you're doing this module, you are very much comfortable because you're already having the SDWAN knowledge. Already, I am assuming you're having the CCNA knowledge. So even you are learning the Palo Alto firewall now, so your life is going to be very cool, right? You having the very good knowledge now in terms of the, everything about the security, right? So I hope you understand. Let me know if you're having still any question about this. Alim, you clear about it?
Yes, sir. Clear. Thank you.
Okay, great. Any other question, guys? Anyone having any question you can ask? Like, because I can see various people are here and they might be having a different, questions in their mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, please ask.
Excuse me. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So the configuration of Palo Alto firewall or the physical firewall and the cloud firewall, both are the same or it's different?
That's a really good question. What's your name, sir? May I know your name, please, if you don't mind?
My name is Hamid.
Hamid. Okay, let me just write your name here so I'll be not confused. Hamid, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, good, Hamid. Thank you so much. And from where you joined us?
I'm the one. Think few days ago inquired about the Zscaler.
Okay. So you are basically from India or somewhere else? Just I'm asking the location.
No, I'm
Sir,
in Chennai.
sorry to interrupt.
Chennai. Okay.
If you could get us a little bit of background about yourself, that what is it that you are, you working professional or a student or something, probably will help us understand your question better.
Me, currently I'm working as a cloud security engineer and entry level.
Oh, how wonderful!
Before I worked as a network engineer. Now I'm just in the entry level. I did the AZ 500 in Azure.
Good, Hamid. Really wonderful, right? So their question is very relevant. I can understand because it's a very confusing sometimes. Okay. So trust me, if you are talking about the Palo Alto firewall, especially, I'm just talking, right? Even I can say I can comment because I have the knowledge. Other firewall also going to be use the same concept what I'm going to tell right now. So Palo Alto firewall, what they deliver? They deliver Palo Alto firewall. Let me just write here. The first stage hardware based firewall, right? Which known as the enterprise firewall, which is called as, right, PA 220. I'm just giving the example. PA like 820, PA 200. Yeah, this is like that. So this is the hardware level firewall. Now the second version of the firewall, that is the virtual firewall, right? Okay. Virtual firewall.
So sorry for the.
Yeah, tell me.
Is this a Palo Alto firewall is available in Azure or in AWS or
yes, exactly
what they gave?
Yes, every cloud provider leveraging the Palo Alto firewall features, and this is something virtual firewall. Azure is also leveraging, GCP is also using, and AWS having the direct partnership. They're having the good partnership. So virtual firewall, they directly deploy in the cloud infrastructures. Let me just show you something so you can little bit have the understanding on it. So this is the something solution. Let me just show you. So this is the solution. You can see Palo Alto having a 3 solutions, right? One is the Strata series Palo Alto firewall. This is Strata series Palo Alto firewall. This all known as the hardware based firewall, for which I am talking right now. The Prisma Access solution, they all known as the cloud-based firewall. So firewall as a service, right? You can see firewall as a service. They're providing the similar kind of the feature. Even you log into the firewall, you'll get the same UI, user interface. It is not going to be changed. Every configuration, even we are going to do all the labs, these all are based on the virtual firewalls. All are based on the virtual firewall. There's no, because in the lab, we cannot deploy the real firewalls, but it's going to look like the real only. So let me just show you the lab so you can understand a little bit. So it's similar to the what we keep doing in the, our hardware based firewall. It is going to have the similar kind of the feature in the software based firewall, right? Which is going to directly install in the any cloud infrastructure. No hardware, no rack space is going to require, just software is going to require, and those software is going to be activated in the cloud. That's it. And likewise this. Yeah.
And Excuse me. When it comes to the hybrid environment, are we need to require to deploy a physical firewall or not in the hybrid environment?
So in hybrid environment, let's say suppose in hybrid environment, let's say suppose this is one office, right? Let me just give you the example. This is one office, right? And this office you want to protect with the firewall. So you can use this firewall, and this firewall
Okay.
is acting as a hardware firewall. But
Okay.
still this user is accessing some data which is hosted in the Azure data center, right? Azure DC, right? So
Okay.
if they are reaching via the internet, let's suppose this is reaching via the internet. So again, you need to install the virtual firewall here, VM based firewall. So your server is behind this firewall. So it is going to protect you. So it is going to use the same
I
this way.
understand.
Okay.
So when it comes to the hybrid environment, we need a physical firewall as well to communicate with the cloud, to access to the cloud environment or SaaS-based applications.
Exactly. You were right, Amit. Good question. Thank you. Any other question, guys? Just feel very comfortable. We are very we make session very friendly and we are very interactive. Like we try to make it very interactive. So you can ask any question anytime. So if anyone having anything coming in your mind, just let me know. I'll try to help you out.
Yeah, because before they call in my office, they ask me for they offer me for a Palo Alto firewall something in the project. They ask to join on the Palo Alto something. So I refuse because everything is going to be in cloud. So I prefer cloud security, and I deploy to that cloud security. So I just want to double check my decision with you. Am I?
That's good. Always, it's a good question. So I hope you understand. Okay, and you make the right decision in future. Okay.
Yeah. Is it right or wrong? I just asking because
yeah, just ask. Just ask
I think
your question again.
no
Yeah.
organization is going to be cloud fully. It will be hybrid as well. So when it comes to the hybrid, we require a physical firewall, right?
Definitely. In hybrid, always you're going to require the physical firewall. See, security stakes, whatever security stakes you have, if you're going to just secure your own infrastructure, which is in your office, right? So you need a firewall. Your office need to be secured, right? Your office is not moving in the cloud, right? Your office is not moving in the cloud, but still you need to secure your own printers, on users, on routers, on switch. So you need a firewall. Definitely you need a firewall. Without firewall, it is not possible because office cannot be sit in the cloud and they do the work, right?
Yeah.
Cloud can protect your servers, like you SAP server you deploy here, your email server you deploy here, your SaaS based application you deploy here, any kind of the you taken any kind of rental services to deploy any kind of the extra application. So those application, if you want to protect, definitely you need a firewall. So this firewall and this firewall both are having a different purpose of use.
Hello, sir.
That's why you use the hybrid, right?
What about the organization which is using like SailPoint or Zscaler or Savient, like these applications?
Hello.
Even we are using these application, or we need to use firewall as well, or firewall is not required when it comes to this scenario?
So you given a lot of examples. Just I'm picking one of the like Zscaler, right?
Yeah.
So if you're talking about the Zscaler and the legacy firewall, right? Am I audible, right? My voice is coming.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, okay. So if you're talking about the Zscaler, right? So Zscaler is like something who is just replacing the all legacy firewalls. This is the cloud-based firewall. We can say cloud-based security that is going to provide. So Zscaler, what is going to happen? It's not it completely don't care where you are sitting. You are sitting in the office, you are traveling, anywhere you're sitting, it's saying send all traffic to me. I will take care on behalf of you. And all security stakes is going to apply in the Zscaler cloud. So whatever Zscaler cloud we have, that all
So
going
the
to
Zscaler is out of the firewall.
Yes, Zscaler is out of the firewall. Even you no
Okay.
need to deploy the firewall. Even you are just buying the Zscaler subscriptions, that is going to protect completely your data, what you are keep doing with the help of the firewall, because they're having the all parameters available. What same parameter available in the Palo Alto firewall? They can inspect any kind of the traffics. They can do the malware inspection. They can do the SSL inspection. They can do the URL filtering. They can do the content filtering. They can do the DLP. So everything, whatever the firewall is doing, the same thing is going to done by the Zscaler.
Hello.
So yeah,
Hello.
yes. Please.
Sir, my name is Lav Kumar Dubey. I am from Raipur, Chhattisgarh.
Okay.
My one question, sir. What is the difference in firewall and SD-WAN?
Okay, that's again a good question. Sorry, Mr. Dubey, I forget your first name. What was the first name?
Lav Kumar, sir.
Oh, Love Kumar. Okay, Love Kumar. That's a very nice name, right? Let me just write here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for asking. So, okay, Love, I'll come to you. Let me just take the consent from Hamid. Hamid, you agree what I said, or any confusion still you having in mind?
Yes.
Okay.
I agree, but my question is why we need to require to install a Zscaler or such an applications when there is already inbuilt security components provided by the cloud provider.
So see, let me just take this question, then I'll move to Love, and I can see Darshan also raising in hand. So let me just explain you so you can understand it. So see, you're asking already cloud is providing the security, right? So in cloud providing the security. So cloud provider, if cloud provider providing the security, it is not free of cost. First, you have to understand, you have to pay for it. Okay, understand? So if you are taking the Zscaler, right? So you just have to pay Zscaler, and Zscaler will take care rest of the things, whatever you're communicating with the cloud. So no need to take this subscription. So you can save your cost. So this is the easiest answer we can give to you. Okay. A lot of also thing we have, but just the catchy and easiest thing you have to just saving the cost is one of the major factor for the every organization. So why should go to just waste the money? Okay. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
All right. So Darshan, I believe you also raising your hand. So I believe you having any question, or shall I take the Love first?
Okay, you can take Love first. I will ask.
Okay. So Love question is, he is asking about why we need the SD-WAN and why we need firewall. So that's really again a good question. So first we have to understand what is the SD-WAN, right? Because I'm the instructor of the both of the things, so I can easily try to answer in the firewall. So what is SD-WAN? What is a firewall? So if I talk about the SD-WAN, it's the complete network component, right? Network component. Firewall is complete security component. So if I'm talking about the network component, but if I'm talking about the SD-WAN itself having the inbuilt security. So software defined WAN, like we having the LAN, right? And we having the WAN. So LAN is for the local area network, so just for the LAN infrastructures. WAN is the wide area network for the WAN infrastructures. But SD-WAN come later. In this SD-WAN, basically, we having a lot of advanced features available. We can do a lot of things as per our intent, like the traffic manipulation, traffic steerings, like policy-based traffic injections, and the sending the application-based routing. So we having the advanced key features available in the SD-WAN, which was completely not available in the WAN. So that's why SD-WAN come in a picture to just improve the performance of the WAN. Likewise, you can understand we having the, like, I'm just giving the very layman examples. Like Tata made a lot of cars, right? Tata made a lot of cars. So you can understand Tata having a lot of models available in the market. So basic models they introduced in the very early of the, like I can say 2020 or might be 1990. They having the basic features only. But nowadays they are having the many cars available. They having the very advanced features, right? And those advanced features are going to give you the very good kind of the comfort, very good kind of the safety, and other like speed and all you can think about it. So The prices is definitely here. It was a low, but here it is the high. But performance of the advance is again high because you are paying the same kind of the amount to the company. So they are giving such kind of the car. So you are going to enjoy the luxury of that particular car. Same thing is going to happen. This was the legacy WAN. It was a keep serving you since very long period of time. But early this 2020 or might be the like I can say like around 2020 we can see 2020 it was the most popular, right, software defined WAN, or might be I can say 2019 or 2018 there was a blueprint, but it's the more popular in 2020. And now it having the more feature, more luxury, more kind of the you can optimization, reporting, so everything you can do that. But it's again for the WAN technologies. But if you want to protect even the WAN, you have to inject the security module inside of the SD-WAN itself, so you can provide the security, because the security is the always going to play a very vital role for the any networking. Without security, your network is not secure. So you just have to have deploy the security. If you're not deploying the security, it is not going to safeguard your network. So even you are just buying the SD-WAN boxes, you have to introduce the security feature. If you are not going to activate this security license in the SD-WAN, then you need to buy the firewall. So firewall and the WAN both are going to work parallelly together to just save your network, your LAN infrastructures, your WAN infrastructure, your cloud infrastructures. That's why always we talk about the WAN or SD-WAN, we always need a firewall, right? So firewall is just for the security, and this is for the your WAN communication. Love, understand what is the two component of this SD-WAN and the firewall? Or any question still having in your mind, please ask me. Love, clear, or you still confused?
Clear, sir. Clear.
Clear. Okay.
What's the boundary of a firewall?
The boundary of the firewall, again is a good question. So boundary, see, you have to define the boundary, right? So let's suppose if you are designing your small home, right? Just one gate, right? So you need a security here, only one security. So this is your security boundary. So one firewall is going to require. But if you're deploying the big building, multiple gate, right? Exit entry. So again, you have to multiple firewall, multiple security going to, this is your boundary. So it's totally depend how you're designing your infrastructures. Your infrastructure is straightforward. There is just one entry gateway or entry point. Just this is your boundary to just defining the firewall. If you're in the multiple, then you have to define boundary multiple to just deploy the firewall. So we can deploy firewall based on like how and where we want to protect. This is your boundary. Okay, Amit?
Okay.
Okay, so let me just take the question from Darshan. Hi, Darshan. I can see you very
Yeah,
long. You
hi, how
raised.
are you doing? Yeah,
Good,
I'm
good.
Darshan. I'm from USA, and currently I'm working as a network engineer as well as like a security engineer. But yeah, so recently I have joined the one of a bank here, and like I'm just working last 3 months here in USA.
Congratulations, first of all, and we would like to wish you all the best in the future and grow in your career, right?
Yeah, for sure. I really appreciate it. To be honest, I sometimes I watch your like this, like it's really like you are really amazing. So I just need, I have like not technical question, but I just need to understand like, are you providing this because I'm till now I'm taking a contracts here because it's so easy and it's like to be honest is more money if you are accepting the contracts on W2 here in USA. So but this job is my I got those jobs is a full-time job. So earlier I was working in the Palo Alto Zscaler, all we are talking about. And but currently which I'm working, we have a checkpoint. So I just need to, and this is a like full-time job, so I need to understand, are you providing the training on the checkpoint as well as or just for
So yes,
Palo?
definitely. So recently we started the Fortinet. So it is going to by 29th of this month, May 14th is going to start, and then after we'll definitely start the checkpoint. So we'll inform about that batch as well. So definitely it is going to be happen. So very soon. So we'll
Yeah.
update you. And thank you so much for your kind word. So you giving such kind of the amazing feedback. So it really mean for a lot and give the motivation, Darshan. I really appreciate.
No,
Okay. Thanks.
obviously, because actually, to be honest, I don't mind to spend the money, but I have like earlier so much bad experience. Some people are taking the money because online. I'm here, am I right? And
Mm,
I know India is more like obviously the people are more smarter. To be honest, them here, but
mm-hmm.
the problem is like some people are not honest, and due to sometimes I just scared to enroll some training because I thought because some people are just take money and disappear after 2 3 sessions, they are not listening anything and just disappear. But the way you conduct, and I saw that you are regular, and I have one of our I think continue with the communication with your one of your, I know not sure that guy is net, I think marketing guy, but he's also reach out to me sometimes. So
Yeah,
that's
Mr.
why
Abhishek.
I
Mr.
like the
Abhishek.
person who is a good.
Yeah, Mr. Abhishek. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so but yeah, I like your the attitude and the because I found you from the Udemy. So
Oh, no worry. All right. So there's any question like apart from this checkpoint and anything else or
yeah, so what is the
uh,
difference between like architectural differences like Palo Alto and Checkpoint? I know these both are different firewall, but I already work for more on the Palo Alto, like in Zscaler, all those. But I
okay.
just need to understand what
So
is the
one
technical
thing,
difference
one
between.
thing I would like to confirm: the DNA of the Palo Alto and Checkpoint is the same. Okay, why DNA is
Mm-hmm.
same? Because the originator is the Checkpoint. Originally, Checkpoint was there, right? So the founder of this Palo Alto firewall was employee of the Checkpoint firewall. Let me just show you the name of this. So if like Nirjok, right, a former engineer from the Checkpoint, right, in NetSkin, and he was like he is the founder of this particular company. You can see Nirjok. So when Nirjok was in the Checkpoint, so that time he was in an idea, why not everyone having the aspiration in the career, so they can do something better in their life instead of the being the employee of the company, right? So they developed the Palo Alto firewall, but they taken the DNA and reference from the checkpoint itself. So even I can confirm, if you know checkpoint and if you know the Palo Alto, you'll find the lot of things similar in between
Yeah.
these two firewalls, right? They
Mm-hmm.
having little bit differences only, and you can correlate how the policy is going to be configured in the Palo Alto,
No,
how
but
the
actually,
network.
sorry I interrupt you, but Palo Alto have like different like mode. So tap mode, VWire mode,
That's I'm saying.
then yeah,
Some you cannot copy and paste everything. Something it will
yeah,
change. So Palo Alto
yeah.
mold the things, define the names, some come with the good idea. That's why it's a many like it's a popular nowadays. Palo Alto is the more popular than Checkpoint.
I know, I
Even
know. I
they, yeah,
actually, to be honest, when we are actually, I was joined this company when they already final and they already deliver. Otherwise, I told him like this Palo Alto is obviously it's I know, but Palo Alto is. I'm not saying the Checkpoint is not good, but I think Palo Alto is more. I think people are
yeah,
now
yeah.
most of company here accepting the Palo Alto more.
Yeah. So this is what. So it's like very easy. And one more key things, as you ask me, the major difference and like I can say one of the key feature that is the SP3 architecture. This is unbeatable. This is
Yeah.
unbeatable from the any of the. For SP3 architecture is something where the we can say we having the single pass with the parallel processing, like we have not serial processing. So this is a something idea come with the Palo Alto firewall. It was never introduced by the any of the vendor before that Palo Alto. Now everyone is doing some different way, but Palo Alto was the masterpiece, and this masterpiece make them in the out of the competition, and they are like leading the market nowadays. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
definitely, so you can go with the checkpoint once you start, or like any
No,
of the
it's
firewall.
already
Yeah,
started. So
yeah.
sorry, I have another question one on the related to this. So in the Prisma access for the Palo Alto, so Palo Alto basically suppose if I want to transfer my logs to the Palo Alto, then we can use I think some I'm not exactly maybe I can pronounce the correct word, but in the Palo Alto we have a
Panorama.
Cortex Panorama, but
Cortex
yeah,
XDR for the Cortex XDR. See, here it is.
yeah,
Cortex XDR.
yeah,
So this is
yeah.
something. This is something that cloud-based, like advanced log detection or monitoring tool. So you have to take the subscriptions. So this is similar to Zscaler. Everyone is in the market, so they are just Zscaler having the JDX. We call it JDX. Digital
Yeah.
experience, right? Zscaler digital experience, right? And this is known as the GIA. Prisma Access is equal to GIA plus GPA, right?
GP, I know
So
that. I
yeah,
work for
so
both.
these
Yeah.
two things. So the Prisma Access in the cloud, these are the pure like cloud-based solutions, and you want to experience how the traffic is going to happen, what is happening in my network, how the malware is injecting, how the vulnerability is happening, how the URL filtering. So everything you can validate in the Cortex XDR, and you have to take a license for this. This is not a free, right? So
Excuse
So
me,
what
this
about like the same facility on the checkpoint also?
just wait. I believe someone is asking something.
yeah.
Who?
Excuse
Yes,
me.
yeah, Hamid, tell me.
This Prisma access is it available in Azure and AWS as well?
Prisma Access is not something in Azure and this is solution like with the
Yeah.
SASE. This is SASE solution. It's a framework. It's not somewhere it is going to be hosted. It's a SASE solution. SASE is like let me just write here. So we having a SASE solution that is introduced by the Gartner, secure access service edge. So you guys are very like keen to know. So just sorry for that. Even people are asking like question which love to me. So I just move to those topics. Let me just show you something because I am the instructor of this Zscaler as well. So where it is, you find somewhere Zscaler. Yeah, this is Zscaler. So we having a SASE somewhere. No SASE. Let me see here. We having a SASE somewhere. This is SASE. So let me just open this SASE solution. So Prisma Access and Zscaler both are the SASE solution, and the SASE is a framework. This is like not one component. They're having a multiple component, and they're having the like cloud-based solution. So anything coming from the different sectors, like they are just going to inspect, they are going to understand, they are going to enforce the policy. So this is SASE solution. So SASE is like secure as a service edge, and this was defined by the Gartner in 2019.
Is this SASE similar to Zscaler?
SASE is a framework, right? And Zscaler is working on this SASE framework. And Prisma Access
this is not
yes.
a product. This is not
a product. This is the framework.
I thought this is a product.
No. This is the misconfusion for the people. So I'm here to clear those all confusion. Okay.
This is
so
just a concept.
Yeah, this is just a concept. This is a framework.
Okay.
This is not something like a product and all, right? And leveraging different vendors like the Cisco also having a SASE solution, Zscaler also having a SASE solution, Prisma also having a SASE solution. So firewall is the like product, right? Firewall is a concept, but different vendor is manufacturing the firewalls, right? So same thing. Okay. So I hope understand. So yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. This framework is to use in cloud native security products.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. Okay. Okay, I can see I have a chat as well. Sankar is like asking something until we can't log in. Zscaler internet not working, sir. What login we have logic behind them? Mic issue. That's why I message you. Okay. So Sankar, just message me. Hello Sankar, thanks for asking the question. He's asking until we can't log in the Zscaler app, internet is not working. What is the logic behind this? So see, this is the masterpiece and the beautification of the Zscaler. So Zscaler having the one of the app that is known as GCC app. We known as the GCC app. So GCC, yeah, GCC is a Zscaler. Let me just write here, Zscaler client connector. So if this Zscaler client connector installed in your PC, so the first thing, even any application you want to access via the Zscaler, you should authenticate. So if you are not authenticating, If you're not authenticating, you are not going to allow access even the internet or any application. So GCC is the mandatory because there is architecture in Zscaler. That's why they are just designed in such way. First parameter, until you authenticate, they will not allow to access any of the internal or external application. So this is why GCC is always required.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I think the same concept is using in Cisco AnyConnect.
Anything, Cisco AnyConnect, GCC, any kind of the VPN, always like in my PC, you can see here. Like this is the like AnyConnect VPNs. So I want to use, I just click and connect. We have to give the authentication. If I authenticate, then only can access. If not, cannot. Similar principle is going to use.
Same concept.
Yeah. So Sankar, I hope you understand. If you understand, just type yes, so I can understand you understand, because you're not able to speak. So no problem. All right. So any other question, guys? So if you have any, you can ask, because this is a very open discussion with everyone, because we are the like starting. So in starting, it's better always, clear your all doubts. So it will always good to,
I have to ask, like, my question is like that, is the same feature available on the checkpoint or no, which we are talking?
No, actually not the same. You'll find the same feature, but with a different name.
No, I'm not talking about the same. I'm talking about the logs which you are talking about, Cortex. That feature is in checkpoint also there. Am I right? Some if you want to like.
So I believe their SASE framework is not even in the. Let me just show you. Let me show you where the checkpoint is. So this is the latest report. Even checkpoint is not in the market. So NetSpoke, Zscaler, Palo Alto, right? Cisco, checkpoint is nowhere. So you can't find this solution with the checkpoint. Still, they are even not available in the niche player event, visionary, and the challenger and the leaders. Nowhere available in the checkpoint point of view. NetSpoke, Zscaler, and the Palo Alto is the market leader. Only three vendors. And Cisco, you can see even the lacking the challenger. So checkpoint, FortiGate is there. You can see Firepoint is there. Even FortiGate is not there. Firepoint is there. So checkpoint is not available. So once the solution for the checkpoint is available in the market, then only I can comment.
Okay. So SaaS.
Okay.
SaaS. Okay.
SASE, secure
okay.
Secure access service edge, SASE solution. So SASE solution is something where we will get the similar kind of feature. Palo Alto already in the market, so they are very close competitor of the Zscaler. Palo Alto.
Okay, when we use this concept, SASE concept, are we still required to use inbuilt security components of Azure or AWS? Like in Azure, we use Cloud Sentinel and Microsoft Defender. These are the
products. So Azure, Microsoft Defender, yeah, completely understand. Azure Firewall also having some kind of the licensing and feature. So trust me, in SASE solution, you don't require anything. If you're buying the SASE solution, yeah, they having the CASB solution. They having a CASB.
And in the Cloud Sentinel, we used to watch monitor some logs like that.
So see, that's I'm saying this CASB, right? CASB is like a cloud access security broker. This is a design. This is a Zscaler product. This is only designed to just for the cloud-based SaaS-based application. So you can see. So they are just keep tracking the data. Even your data is on rest, means you just save your data in the cloud. But they are affected by any vulnerability. They having a provision. They having a two kind of the proxy like a CASB solution. One is the inline CASB and one is the out of band CASB. So inline CASB means when the user is just trying to access the any cloud application. So during the transitions, they are going to inspect the traffic and they are just going to enforce any kind of the security policies. But let's say suppose your data is on rest. Just let me give me 1 second. Your data is on rest. Let's say suppose your data is on rest. There is no transition is going to happen, but still you want to scan them. There is no vulnerability. There is no malicious file. Then your CASB out of band is going to require. So your complete solution is available in the Zscaler SASE and the CASB solution that is going to help you. Yeah, now continue. Sorry for that.
Okay.
So
okay.
SASE is
So
basically
when we
required.
implement this SASE concept, we no need to monitor this Cloud Sentinel.
Yeah, right. No need to monitor. Just you have to take any vendors as a solution who
Oh,
having like all kind of the provisions
so
available.
the
Just
Zscaler
Zscaler.
will take responsibilities of
Yes,
all the
yes, yes,
cloud security
yes,
But
aspects.
yes.
SASE solution required only when we have a cloud, like our infrastructure on the cloud. Am I right?
Yeah, it's a cloud native. The
No,
concept is cloud
it's not.
native.
It's that's an. Let me just clear you again. SASE is not something for the cloud. The one component, the CASB from SASE is for the cloud. SASE is having a lot of component. They're having a GIA, they're having a GPA, CASB. So different. SASE is a framework. In this framework, we having a lot of component. Let me just write here. So we having the CASB, we having a GIA, we having a GPA, we having the secure web gateway, we having the SD-WAN also, right? And we having a GTNA, right? So these and more, we having a 2-3 more as well. So let me show you so you can understand. SASE framework having a lot of component. So you'll find vendors. Let me show you what all component we having a SASE. So here you can see. So we having a CASB, we having a GTNA, we having SD-WAN, next generation firewall, secure web gateway. This for the Versa, but we having a similar kind of the concept RBI, right? So similar kind of the concept available for the Zscaler. This for the Versa vendor, right? So you can see this all routing analytics, everything is going to happen for Zscaler. Also, we having a similar kind of feature and the similar kind of trend. Okay. Now, let me just move to the I know few people are very basic background, or I can say entry level. So don't hesitate. Okay, we are talking because a lot of things here. So don't feel I don't know anything what we are talking, because when we discuss this Palo Alto, we'll more focus about the Palo Alto course content, where what we are going to discuss about the basic foundation of the firewalls, how firewall is going to be configured, what is the need of the firewall, and how it is going to protect our networks. Why we need a Palo Alto firewall even? Why we not go and use the Checkpoint firewall, Cisco firewall, and FortiGate firewall? Why should we take a training for the Palo Alto firewall? This kind of the explanation I'll explain in the next sessions also, so we'll understand. Along with that, I'll discuss about that all solutions, right? Gartner Magic report about the firewalls, certification. Already I just given some kind of hint, and then about the course content, and then we'll start with the what is the stateful firewall, stateless firewall, and everything, right? So these all is going to be complete, right? The batch timing would be the 7 to I can say 8:30 regular on the Monday to Friday. This is the most probable time, so we'll announce the timing in detail very soon. But this is like forecasted time, like 7 to 8:30 or before 9, I can say IST time, India time, right? So you can just note this on, and you can change your time as per the local time. Apart from that, right, what else? So once we'll start this session, everyone will get the link. Like this link will be the lab link. So this lab is going to be accessible from the anywhere of the world. So you just have to use the internet and the laptop. No any hardware. Hardware is going to required for the RAM and the CPU. Any normal laptop, even the 4 GB RAM and the 50 GB hard drive, they can access this labs. Once you access this lab, you just have to put your username and password. Once you put an username and password, you will be entered inside of the lab. So everyone will get the labs because it's open. So that's why I directly taken the username and password for me. But for you, it is going to ask username and password. So every lab is created. Even you want to create, you can create. I'll give the access right. So lab is created for day 0. How the basic firewall is going to be configured. How? Yes, sir. You can ask Vishal, sir. You can just tell anything you want.
I just didn't want to interrupt when you mentioned that the lab can be accessed by any device. No specific hardware is required. Because a lot of people who are working from home or on the go, especially the students, these days the trend of using a Chromebook has come up. Can the lab be accessed via Chromebook as well? Just wanted to clarify for everyone.
Sir, I never checked. We have to check and then confirm, because
let's find out and have it and for the ongoing
we'll confirm. But for MacBooks, any laptop, any browser, it is open. Even the mobile, if you can open for any browser, it is open. Like it
Well,
can
it
be
should
open.
open on Chromebook, but let's do it once and then let everybody know.
But the problem is that if you open the mobile, you cannot do the configuration because a lot of devices need to be open, a lot of tab need to be open. So configuration only requires the keyboard and the mouse. So that's not user friendly. That the link is accessible from anywhere, any browser. There's no problem. Lab can be logged in, but the practice only recommended to go and use the laptops that is just in the device. Okay.
Because there is a physical keyboard as well as a mouse pad. But let's have this answer because a lot of people have started using iPad and Android tablets, high-end tablets.
Yeah.
So let's have an answer for them as well.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you. Please continue.
Thank you. So we having a day zero configuration of the firewall, right? So in this, we understand how from scratch, right? How from scratch we can configure the firewall. Let us suppose you are very new to the firewall and someone asks to configure the firewall. So what is the prerequisite come in your mind and what pre-checks you have to do before configuring the firewall? And what is the step-by-step process to configure the new firewall? Right. So I'll show you what is the step-by-step, how the management interface IP going to be defined, how you can take the console of the firewall, how firewall having a different ports even, and on the ports, what the pre-configured IP address, how we can change them, how we can take the GUI access of the firewall, how we can take the CLI access of the firewall. So those I'll explain in the day zero. Once we having the brief idea about the stateful firewall, stateless firewall, proxy, firewall differences, we having the platform architecture. So and the firewall, then I'll explain each and everything. There is no problem, right? Then after what next? So once you understand this, we having a lot of firewall, like even the global protect labs also we have in our section. Last week in the previous batch, I just completed the global protect, right? So anyone from the previous batch, I just explained everything for global protect, how it is going to happen, lab completed. So these all you are going to understand. Along with that, we having the HA, we having the multi VLAN, we having a layer 2 interface VLANs, we having the active passive HA, active HA, we having the panorama, we having the tap mode. Panorama like is just like we'll get the broad idea because all labs cannot be tested BB. Like I just want to make the clarify because it needs a license, right? So license is not active as of now for the panorama, but you will understand how, what is the pre-rule, what is the post-rule, what is the device group. I'll show you because I have the panorama, but the full testing is not going to happen. This is the only limitations in our lab right now. But yes, you can understand 99% things of the panorama only for the testing is pending, right? So you can just test in your environment. So I just wanted to clarify. Now side-to-side VPN, content ID, how the side-to-side VPN, what is a global protect, how they're going to create the side-to-side VPN. We'll discuss this everything, the content ID and the vWire. So this lab I created, this topology I already created. But even I want to customize my topology, you feel free to do so, right? And just let us know if you're not able to build the topology, just draw your topology in your paint or diagram or any copy pane. Send us, we'll draw topology on behalf of you and you can just use this, right? So this is how the lab is going to work. And it is like 24/7 accessible lab. Anytime you can access even in the night and daytime, morning and evening time, whenever you're free, you can access the lab and you can do your labs. And all course content video recordings will be available with you and the study materials, all the study materials. Let me show you what all get the study materials. So in terms of this Palo training, you'll get the all troubleshooting documents, right? Even the how to CLI command, you can say CLI command, debug commands, right? Everything information, the books of the Palo Alto, two books I have. One is the PAN 9.0 and one is the PAN 9.0. This is the book and one is the 10.0. So these two books you'll get and you can understand and CLI command, troubleshooting command, all other content which is I'm going to show during the training course, that all going to be shared with you. Lab guide also, few lab guide all created for the complex labs. So those lab guides also you're going to get, like the global protect is very complex. You'll find the content guide is a very complex. So those kind of the complex lab guides I will share. So you'll not feel like, uncomfortable while doing the labs. Rest very small, you easily understand. Trust me. No need to worry. When I'll explain, you'll understand each and everything very easily. There is no such thing you'll find during the training discussion that is not digestible. Even if you're not able to digestible, I'll help you to make it digestible. Okay. So in my all training programs, I'll ask like every participant, feel free to ask anytime any question to me. I never hesitate to take a questions, because sometimes might be I'm not aware about that particular answer. So I say sorry and I'll figure out what is the like right answer for that. So again, learning for me as well. Okay. So this is how we collaborate and how we work. And this is like all for today class, and you guys can visit our website. You can see like already we have done a lot of courses.
Yes. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
How
please.
can we get into this lab?
How, Hamid, what is the question?
How can we get into this lab? I mean, how to get access for this labs?
So this labs, you just have to contact with the Mr. Abhishek sir. He just, I believe, provided some contact detail in our chat window, and he will guide each and everything about the lab program, how it is going to happen. Okay. Okay, definitely. So you can see like everything, it is available. Like if you see like live courses, so all live courses we are delivering right now, and the recorded courses we have, like whatever the recorded courses we having a Zscaler, GIA, GPA, Versa, SD-WAN, Cisco SD-WAN, like Hindi, English, so like both language courses are available, right? So you can just go and take from the website, or you can reach out to us. Definitely will help out. So anywhere, everything is available, and anytime you feel like, contact us. So you guys can reach out to us anytime with this like contact number. You can just write us, and you can just reach out on these numbers, or can just share the message with in this query form. So we'll definitely get back to you as soon as possible, right? So this is all for today's session, because it's a very introductory session, introduction session, because, and we arrange the subsequent session, right? So again, that would be the free class, right? We are not going to say anything. So again, it's a like open class. So we'll discuss more about the why we need a firewall. We discuss about the core component about the firewall, right? We discuss about the stateful, stateless firewall. So those kind of the concept we'll keep discussing. So at least you can enjoy, right, what is happening and what kind of concept firewall is using. And so that is definitely going to help you a lot. Yes, Muhammad Abdul, please ask me the question. He is asking question on the YouTube. So I can say, so you can just type your question if you're just, watching on the YouTube. Any other question, guys? Meanwhile, feel free to ask. If still anyone having anything. Arshit, Neil, Narcis. Narcis, how do you find this particular session today? You understand something? Because I understand you are the student, right? So anything hurdle you're finding in today's discussion? You need any kind of the special attention? Narcis, you able to hear me? Your voice is not coming some.
Can you disconnect and reconnect your mic, Narcis? Because we are just hearing the fumbling sound out there.
Yeah, or better you can write in chat if you.
There is a voiceover issue. Then
yeah. This seems
like
microphone.
If you are able to grab everything or not.
Yeah. Microphone also.
So did we get that gentleman's question from YouTube who was watching?
Yes. So he is asking like in HA active. Yeah. Thanks, Muhammad Abdul. Right. So he's asking, hi sir, in HA active, how can change the HA active? Okay. So so the question you are asking, I have to complete the lab. So that's again a good question. He is asking about I have the active passive and I want to change the active. So that's see, we have a lab, but doing the active passive is a completely different process. It's not I can say one-liner process. Lot of configuration changes we have to do. Like, let me just brief you as you ask me. So there is a concept of the floating IP address. We having a concept of the virtual IP address in the active. The active passive doesn't have this kind of a concept. So there is a third concept in the active passive is the HA3 link. In HA active passive only HA2 and HA1 link. But when you talk about the HA active, there is a third link is HA3. So you'll find HA3 is the new link that is again used for the HA for the active. You'll find the floating IP address like this. That is again not part of the active passive. You'll find the virtual IP address that is again not part of the active passive. So a lot of NAT rule also, the different way it is going to be configured. That's again not part of the active passive. So a lot of changes is going to happen in between the active passive and active. So probably you have to join my live class to just understand. So you just talk with Abhishek sir, and just probably in the next week, in the next Sunday, you can join the live session, and probably will help out. Complete end to end. So this is going to take 1.5 hour session, where I'll explain each and everything in very nutsells how active passive and active is going to be configured. So Abdul, this is how it is going to work for you. So I hope you understand, right? Because the lab is doing like I have to configure each and everything, then you can understand it. Okay. So Ankit is asking, Aniket is asking on the YouTube again, sir, I have one question. Customer forget their PA password. So how can I reset the? So you just have to go in the maintenance mode, Aniket. So there is no choice. You have to go in the maintenance mode. Then after you just have to reset the factory reset of the firewall. So that is the only option because the customer forget. So even can you ask if they change the admin super user password? So there is an admin super user password. If they remember those password, then by using that super user password, you can log in and you can change the user credentials if they created. So if they are the locally created password, that can be changed. If the password is based on the AD, so you can contact with the AD team. They can also change their password based on the user ID. If the password is based on the authentication is based on the TechAx, you can bypass the TechAx. You can disconnect the firewall from the TechAx. So the firewall can be logged in by the locally. So there could be three scenarios. The firewall is going to always authenticate with TechAx. So your local password is not going to work. So better you disconnect your TechAx and try with the super user admin. So that can be login. That is the one way. The second way, if that is the AD credential from that user, then you talk to the AD. If the local, then you can't do anything. Then only your tag, or might be you have to go in the maintenance mode and it can be recovered. Aniket, sorry for that. Okay, I find very uncomfortable for your customer, and I feel sorry he forget about the password. So please guide them or you help them. Okay, Aniket, I hope you understand. All right, so I believe we are good for time being, and I appreciate especially for the Vishal sir contribution in today's session, and other participant. I really appreciate they asked a really good question, and it was amazing, right? So thank you so much, guys, for your all contribution and asking the question. And I wish you best of luck in the future, and will enjoy in the upcoming sessions. Thank you.
And anyone has any questions, you can reach out to Abhishek sir, and he will clarify, in terms of how to enroll in the session or how to have access to various other aspects, whether it is study material, recorded lectures, or for our lab access. Please reach out to him. He's already left a message with his contact number in the message, in the meeting message. You will find it there. Hope to see you guys back soon.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Abdul.